informed. I have not said anything, but yeah, I was not. I would say I was just deciding in the last minute. I've been quite busy these days. I was not expecting to do live tonight, but I thought, why not? Let's do a live and let's have a little chat. I'm a little bit busy these days, and I don't have. Yeah, I did not paint too much, and I did not have too much time to do videos. Just let me check if I can find the live in my in here in to check if going well. Okay, it seems that we are live. Good, good to see. So I'm live here, and I hope some people will join in the meantime. So it's going to be another chat, another talk about while painting. If you want to make questions, don't hesitate to make the questions. And as usual, I put my fancy glasses, and I'm going to start painting with you. So let's talk a little bit about the last news, the last things we have seen from Games Workshop. We have seen, let me move down a little bit so you can see as well what I'm painting. So I'm painting now these Aciers. Okay, let me show you the ones that I already finished. So these are nice sculpts. Okay, they are looking. I like quite a lot. I think this camera is not making justice to these miniatures. This is one of the prospects. I really like them. Let's see if like that, let's make it more. It's not easy to show it with the. Okay, hope you like what you see here. And I'm painting now this lady with the archer. The one I'm doing with the tutorial is this one. Okay, let me see if I can put. Okay, it's still work in progress. I have to do a lot of things still on here, but I'm already working on the second part of the tutorial, and the other two that will come together is this. I like a lot this one with the bow, and as well this one is a knife thrower. Okay, this is almost not done. The one I'm going to work now is one of these X-codes from the Escher. Okay. Other things that I've been working on is on Blood Bowl. So today I have played. I have my dog here making some fancy noises. I want to paint these guys soon. So these are the ones from, and I have my dog here now with me. So yes, what I'm saying is I'm quite into Blood Bowl recently. I have some also alternative sculpts like this Thug. But now first I want to finish the Necromunda ones. So I'm using a lot of contrast paints on these ladies, and still sometimes I still hesitating how to do some parts or improving thinking about the color on the fly. Just let me open, just give me a minute. Sorry, I just sent my dog upstairs. He was here, quite nervous. I think wanted to go to the bed. So I'm keep working a lot on the contrast, and maybe it's good time to talk about the contrast paints. I think they are. I start using them more and more, and I'm every day happier on how they work. So, for example, to do letters, I like a lot this contrast paint, this Woolwood. I think it's a great color if you want to do some dark leather. Okay, there is some. I think the contrast paints have been one of the most interesting things launched by Games Workshop. It's helping me a lot to do some effects and sometimes to speed up the paint job. Okay, and of course, most of the time it's just a base color, and then you need to do some highlights and some cleanup after applying. But okay, it's but I'm quite happy at the end. Okay, another paint that I forgot to take. I will need to move a little bit the computer. I will need this color. Is this one? Sorry, that. Yeah, this is a color that is mislabeled. I think from Games Workshop. It's called Balthasar Gold, but for me, have nothing to do with gold. It's more about copper color, and I like a lot is to do the device that the Eshers are carrying with them, the respirator or thing that is on top, quite hidden. Okay, in some cases, and I like to paint this one. So let's talk a little bit about what we have seen recently from Games Workshop. It's curious, they have announced that they will go slower with the releases, and they will not release anything until mid-January. But for me, it's good because I'm without money, and it's good that they give some time to recover from Christmas, and and for me it's not a problem that they are slowing down a little bit. I think that have been quite crazy, the launches of Games Workshop. They have launched a lot of things, and we get used to see news and news of Games Workshop every week. But it's quite crazy, you think, and there is not too many companies that can do this type of schedule of news. Okay, but okay. So let me just do one thing here. Just checking. So yeah, I like a lot what I have seen on the Edonites. I will not collect Edonites myself, okay, the Slaanesh followers, but I think they took a very interesting direction, and I hope this will be an inspiration to see Slaanesh in 40,000, because if the Noise Marines and the cultists for Slaanesh, and if we have some Slangors as well in 40k, will be like the ones we have seen, this will be quite interesting look. So I don't think this Oriental look will match with what we are used on in Warhammer 40,000, but yeah, quite interesting what they have done up to now, and yeah, and I like them a lot, the Edonites. So let's see if this will be the inspiration or not for 40k, but I really I would like to see in Warhammer 40k the children, the Emperor's children, okay, because these are Slaanesh is one of the Emperor's children is one of my favorite factions in Warhammer 40,000. Just Goblin is late, yeah. I cannot do it earlier. These live shows because I have my kids and the family and so on, a lot of noise. So I need to find a moment when my family is on bed, and yeah, and it's quite quiet here, so I can do this live show, or I can do my tutorials and so on. So this is why I'm doing this a little bit late. Sorry for that. So yes, I'm liking recently more and more the specialist games as well. And the other things that they have shown, it seems that we are going to have a new Mechanicum miniature coming, not next year. Yeah, we also have seen that there is a new Adeptus Titanicus miniature coming, maybe a new Titan. Was looking like maybe a Warlord coming. Do you have any Imperial Children army painted? Yes, I have a Imperial Children army painted. Okay, it's it's a lot of metal. There is a lot of metal on them, and I have some pending to be painted because I have some of the all metal miniatures. I think are almost all Rock Trader era to be painted. I paint them in crazy colors. What do you think about the Witchfinder miniature in the 2021 review? Witchfinder, which is the Witchfinder? What do you mean by the Witchfinder? Is the one of the ones that appears as snapshot in the video, or there have been news? Because I have not seen today the community. Let me just give me a minute, and I will make a look in my phone. Let me just give me a minute, and I will make a look in my phone. Because to the very fair, I have not checked today the Warhammer community, so I have not seen if there is new things. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Well, it looks quite interesting. Yeah, I know what you mean. So the one that we only see the jacket and very little of it, right? I think it's the one that you are meaning. I would like to see more. It's difficult to see what. Yeah, it can be a witch hunter. Can be. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I'm going to put here the video. Yeah, we have seen that there is something about Adeptus Titanicus. There is the Adeptus Mechanicum. There is some type of elves. Okay, like a rider, and here is the, yeah, looks quite nice. And then there is some, I think it's on death, and the chariot. I think the chariot is impressive. The other ones, I would like to see more. To be fair. Yeah, it's what I was. It's difficult for me to make an opinion with what they share, but yeah, going to be interesting to see more. Yes. Let me see if I move this there. The other one, yeah, and on a pair of children, I paint them in the camel riding elves. I didn't know that they were camels, and there is also a cloth rider, I think, or something, or with a very smoke thing. So maybe they will give. I think they are giving like Oriental look, right? They're giving like an Orient look, a little bit of like the, I would say Alibaba style with the new Edonites and like from a Persian style and Indian style. And I think it's quite interesting. I think it's a look they have never explored in Games Workshop, or at least they have explored very little. So it will be interesting to see elves a little bit on this look. I'm very interested to see what they will do with the vampires. I want to see the warband of vampires for Warhammer Underworlds. I like a lot the Undead, so I would like to see what they do with that. Yeah, and also on Mechanicum, I'm curious to see if this is going to be just one miniature, one shot miniature, or if they're going to launch more reinforcements. Although I think no, the Adeptus Mechanicum is quite strong. I'm also curious about the box that is coming with the Sisters of Battle, because recently I'm more into the Sisters of Battle in Warhammer 40,000, and I will keep playing them at least for the beginning of the year. I have a game tomorrow, and I will play again the Sisters of Battle. I don't know against what I will play this time, but yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see what the Sisters will do. Was hesitating between Sisters of Battle and Imperial Knights. At the end, I will go with my Sisters. Since it's going to be. I want to keep getting experience with the Sisters of Battle. Vampire Metal Blood Lords Mons or whatever they're called need replacement, right? Yes, I fully agree. Although they are nice miniatures, I would like to see them in plastic. And I think if they do a nice job, it's going to be quite interesting. I think it's called, I don't remember, Blood Knights? Blood Lords? I don't know, Blood. I know that, I agree with this Blood something, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'm also interested to see what they will do as a warband for Warhammer Underworlds, because you cannot put 3 or 4 vampires on a warband because it's going to be too strong. I guess it will be a vampire and their routine, or their slaves, his slave or her slaves. I guess I don't know. So vampire and slaves is what I will do. Yeah, I want to say this handle is quite handy. I'm getting more and more used to use it, and I'm quite happy how it goes, how it works. Things done. It's quite practical. So I was also thinking about. So that guard, I guess, will only appear end of Jan at the end, because we have seen that the releases from Games Workshop will only restart as of mid of Jan. I think they have said that the first releases will be 16th of Jan, if I'm not wrong. So I guess until next weekend we will not see news. And I'm using a lot of contrast paints as well. I'm really happy how they work, but I have to say the contrast paints, you need them to highlight if you want a nice finishing. And this one that I'm working now, here I make a little bit of a mistake because it works better if you do a yellow base. If you apply yellow before applying it, it's much better. So I'm really experimenting with them. Here I make a little bit of a mistake. So now I apply just on white. I will show you. I don't know if this camera will be good enough. Okay, this is on white. All the black and purple so far is done with contrast paints. The skin, and then you have to highlight it, and you have to work on top of it if you want. But for tabletop, these contrast paints are quite good. Okay. So let me show. This is on. Now these ones I will experiment it and put it on top of yellow. more people is joining. I'm happy to see that more people is joining. Please, if you have any comment or any question that you would like me to answer, don't hesitate to drop it in the chat. We are here to have a conversation. Okay, try to paint together at least for one night a week. Okay, and I want to take this opportunity to engage more and more with the viewers of my videos, because I was doing the Ask Victor, but I think this is much better way to have some interaction. Okay, we were talking a little bit about the news from Games Workshop. Okay, I think from my point of view, I like that they are a little bit more relaxed with the releases, and they will say that they will do maybe every 2 weeks, what for me makes sense. I don't know if this is only by COVID or even without COVID, if they were able to keep a weekly releases, right? Because it's a lot of releases if you do it weekly. But it's not bothering me that they have slowed down a little bit. Okay, and there I forgot the arrow in the hand. These methods from the Escher are quite nice. They are quite nicely detailed. And I don't know if I will ever play Necromunda, but I like to collect these miniatures, so this way I'm painting them. I have a lot of miniatures that, although I paint with a game on mine, I don't think they will ever see table, because I don't have time to play all the games unless my kids start playing all the games with me. What I don't think is going to happen soon. Today we have played, I don't know if you can see there, we are playing a Blood Bowl game. They get tired before finishing the first half of the game, but it's understandable. It's the first game, and we spend a lot of time explaining rules and trying to understand how the game works. And Blood Bowl is quite a tricky game until you get used to it. Yeah, Necromunda is very specialized. But I think it's also the miniatures are very interesting. I would like to see, I like a lot. I like more and more the games where you can, because I entered to wargaming through role playing, okay? And I always like a lot to be able to evolve the armies and the games, and this is why I like it Necromunda. And I like the games where you can gain experience and buy equipment and have some evolution. Oh, you have also a lot of Necromunda. Yeah, get into the table. Yeah, because you need, and on top you need more than one player, right? For Necromunda, with one player, you don't take all the potential of Necromunda, because at the end, the intention is that you play against the very different warbands. Okay, Necromunda is designed that you play against different warbands, and then you start gaining experience and making your warbands stronger and stronger, and creating like a narrative behind each guy, right? Or each miniature. And only with one game, you don't playing just one isolated game is not showing you what is Necromunda about. It just shows you a very superficial image of Necromunda. So it's really Necromunda for me. It's a club game. And Blood Bowl is a little bit like that. Okay, although you can do the exhibition games, it's also there's a lot of rules for leagues and evolution of the team. So this is why I think some people love so much specialist games, because there are a lot of it's a lot about creating the narrative and the evolution and see how your team it's improving, or maybe it's getting worse and worse depending how the games are going, right? I also I have just read quite in detail the Blood Bowl, the full new rule set, and I think it's quite interesting. We have played today. I was thinking that maybe the mortality have been decreased. Okay, no, well, the mortality have been decreased because you have to do two rolls for dying, because today what happened is you don't die directly as before. Before you were dying, I think, with a 12 directly and on the wounding roll. I think 11 was grievous wound in the past, and 10 was wounded, but you were able to play in the next game. Okay. No, from 10 to 12 is a casualty, and then you have to roll again on a different table. I need to check the probabilities. Maybe it's quite similar at the end, but yeah, But I think, yeah, all these games, as I say, I really think to play with in quite a big groups of people, because you have to. The intention is that you play several games and you gain experience. You buy, you sell, and you see how your team is evolving, right? And this is not. Yeah, you cannot see this when you only play an exhibition game on Blood Bowl. You don't see the full potential of Blood Bowl. You just see uh, this very yeah, how the game works. And I enjoyed a lot in the past when I was playing when I played my league in the 90s on Blood Bowl, 90s or early 2000, when I was playing with the orcs, and I was able to purchase new orcs and new and see how the different players were evolving thanks to the experience. So and I think it was a great time. I always liked this type of games. This is why I'm also on 40K. I would love to play some Crusade games. I would like to start playing Crusade because I think for me it's one of the best things that they have put in the with the new edition. Okay, so yeah, the other thing is tomorrow I'm planning to. I received just a call from a friend if I wanted to have a game tomorrow. So tomorrow I will have a game of 40K. Okay, and I will play again my Sisters of Battle. It's going to be a 2,000 points game. I already prepared my list, and my miniatures are ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 in the morning, we are going to have this game, and let's see how it goes. It's going to be my second game at 10,000. I had 2,000 points. Sorry, not 10,000 points. Of course not. At 2,000 points with my Sisters of Battle. So last game I lost. I was a loss, but the previous two I have won. Okay. I try to do lists that are not specialized to play against any army. So this is why I'm not too concerned if I don't know the opponent's army, because I try to use. I like to play with generic lists. I don't like to tailor the list to my opponent. Okay. I like to play to make a list and play this list as is independently of what is my opponent. So just give me a minute. I'm quite focused here what I'm doing. So I see that, yeah, some people have left. So let me know, you have anything that you would like to talk please, I would like. Yeah. So in this 2020 have been quite a difficult year for a lot of people. I have been quite fortunate to not suffer from my job, okay, and to be able to work from home. Thing is, I'm quite part of the fortunate people in this aspect. So, and also I keep the motivation on the channel. Although some months the channel didn't go as I was expecting, okay, I'm still enjoying a lot doing these videos, and you can be sure that in next year I will keep pulling some videos on the channel. I think I will reduce a little bit the speed. I may not do a video every day as I have done almost the whole past year. I think my intention will be to maybe to do a video, 5 videos a week, something like that. So it's quite a good amount. But from time to time, I will skip some days. Okay, and I think it's also to release a little bit of pressure that I put on myself of making a video every day. So because sometimes, yeah, it's not easy to find content for every day, or you are not motivated every day to record and to do videos, right? So I think I have to slow down to avoid that I get bored of my YouTube channel. So to relax a little bit, but keep pulling as many videos as I can. I will keep the weekly painting. I think it's one of the series that I like the most. And I'm thinking to repeat some of the old videos now in better quality. Okay, to show better what I'm doing. Also because the techniques have changed. Okay, I have changed the way how I do black. I have changed the way how I paint some of the colors. So this is why sometimes I repeat some of the techniques. When you lived in Barcelona, did you ever travel into the center to play games? When I was living in Barcelona, depends on my because I was, yeah. So when there was the Rock Trader Leagues, and I think this was beginning of 2000, if I'm not wrong, I was playing them, and I played them in the downtown in the workshop that was Conseil de Seine. And now I think it was moved to Uria, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. Was moved to a different street. But yeah, I used to go to I went and it's where I was doing my purchases. At the beginning was in the games workshop that is close to downtown, okay, close to Plaza Catalunya. There is where I was used to do my purchasings and where I used to buy my stuff. And I was not playing too much in that shop. I was going more for purchase. I was only playing in tournaments when they used to have the bunker upstairs before they have moved to the new shop that was much smaller. But in the past, in the shopping of Games Workshop in the downtown, so I was used to go first the one that was in Diagonal Mar until they closed it. Okay, it was inside of a mall, inside of a commercial center, and they closed this one. And this is the one I used to go that was in Diagonal Mar. And then, no, I don't know Chema Pamundi from Barcelona. No, I don't know him, sorry. Because I was more playing I was playing the Rock Trader League. This was quite a long time ago, and then I was playing from time to time some tournaments. But I was not going to Barcelona downtown to play. I was playing mainly in when I was playing in a club was mainly in Sardanyola, that is a village that is not really in Barcelona. It's about 20 minutes driving from Barcelona or 15 minutes, something like that, depending on the traffic. But I was living in Sabadell. I was not living really in Barcelona. I was living close to Barcelona, but was not really Barcelona city. I was living in a town that was not far from Barcelona. Okay, but it's in the same province. And then I was going mainly to Sardanyola because I meet Club del Guaj, and then I was playing there. Okay, this is where I was mainly playing. So, but I don't know Chema Pamundi. No. But to be fair, I was playing more with my friend. We were playing more. I create when I was in Barcelona as well. Well, Barcelona next to Barcelona, as I said. We create a gaming group that we were 6 people about, and there was a moment that we were doing like a campaign, and we were playing almost every month, every 2 weeks, something like that. There was a moment that we are, and this was maybe 5th edition. When was that? I was playing a lot 40k. I was not playing a specialist game. When I was living in Barcelona, I was mainly playing 40k. Then when I joined the Club del Guaj, they were playing more fantasy, and I switched to fantasy, and well, I was playing them fantasy and 40k. Although I always enjoyed more 40k over fantasy. Okay, I think 40k has been always my game. Is where the game I start playing with, and I always like it a lot. I have never been fans. Yeah, Madrid. I hear that the other day. Yeah, from was watching. I think was a video. Was in Malaga War Games channel, and they were talking about the bunker that used to be in Madrid. There was also quite a big one. I think that was the same in Barcelona. We had a big bunker where to play, but then I guess they had to reduce expenses, and the big bunker was closed. And they were doing games quite late on Fridays and Thursdays on the night. Okay, and this was a pity that was closed because this was creating a lot of community. Okay, and they were doing a lot of painting contests. I never won any. I won just once a painting contest with a miniature that I don't know how I won because it's not one of my best miniatures in one of the Games Workshop stores. That was the one in Diagonal Mar. Yeah, the same happened in Barcelona. They closed the bunker, and then they make a much smaller shop with just, I think, 2 tables. But I remember when they used to have the bunker, they were having 3 tables, something like that. And then upstairs, a bunker with a very nice terrain, and was quite a great moment. I think. But they close a lot of shops in Barcelona at the same and later, and yeah, no, I think the business. There was a moment I think the Games Workshop was shrinking a lot in Spain. And now they are. Yeah, I think with the Spanish community, a lot of the Spanish community is not. Yeah, I would say is not pro workshop, right? They move to alternative games. I'm not that involved. I'm more for what I'm seeing from other channels, from other Spanish channels. Private Cup friends, yeah. Well, was used as well in Barcelona. Was used as well. Was a very good place for tournaments. Right? If you want to do tournaments, you need some tables, and was a very open space for tournaments. And they were doing sessions Fridays nights in Barcelona. I never attend to any, and now I regret it. But they were quite active. Okay, but I guess this is what happens at the end. There is always the same, and this is what happened in almost a lot of shops. There are some people that are always in the shop. Okay, well, when I say in the early 2000, we used to have a shop. My mother used to have a shop for role gaming and wargaming and modelism. Okay, we used to have a shop in Sabadell that was called Ludo Hobbies. And yeah, there were people that were spending almost, and we did not have wings or anything like that. We were mainly a shop where we had a couple of tables, and I was giving some painting lessons in that period of time. Okay, and I was then I had to stop because I was studying in the university and I was not able to support as needed. But there are people that was always there. So you can see this happen in a lot of shops. So you always see same people, same that they spend almost day after day a lot of hours on the shops, and it seems that they are part of the staff of the shop, although they are not. This is quite a curious. I guess there's people that get bored at home and they like to spend a lot of hours. And some of them they were not even playing; they were just coming there to. Yeah, I remember they were coming to the shop just to have a chat. Okay, but I don't mind. So you don't mind until you have a lot of work and then you cannot pay attention to them, right? You have to attend other people. But yeah, it's curious this thing. But you can see that in sometimes in a shop you always can see that there are some people that are always there. Okay, and then there's some people that prefers to paint and play on the shop that playing at home or painting at home. Maybe because in the shop you have more paints and you don't feel you can chat with other people. What I fully understand. Okay, I always prefer to paint at home. I never like it to paint in a shop or in this type of environments. I was only doing that for demonstrations or to share with other people how to paint, or when I was doing some lessons or something like that. But normally, I prefer to paint quietly at home. Quietly or just talking to the camera. There's no. But because I like to have all my stuff around me, my chair, the good light, and normally painting on the shop, the problem you will have is to have a good light to paint. What is key for me today, and I need this, okay? And on the shop, we will not do that fancy. So this is why I prefer to paint at home. So yeah. So this, no, let me see if I can show. I've done the arrows. I will do the poison arrows. So this is why I paint them in green. And then I was thinking, okay, they will use the green feather. Well, it's not really a feather in the case, it's like a synthetic feather, to differentiate from other type of arrows. So I can imagine that they will use this type. I'll use the green because I like it. I think these meters they look nice. So now, but this I have done some highlights. These ones I want to show on camera, maybe what I'm doing. So this is one of the things that. So you don't need to always apply the contrast. This is you see I have put yellow. So now we are going to apply this one war lining, and let's see how this looks like. I think I'm using the poisoning arrows, but okay, I don't know how you differentiate one from the other. I just use the green because I like the green. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I have applied yellow, as you can see, and now you just apply the contrast green. Okay, the contrast green, I think works much better, especially not all the warp lining. I think it's working much better on top of yellow. Okay, you put flash with yellow, a nice solid flash with yellow, then you have the contrast green on top. And I think it works nicely. Let me show to you. Let's see if I can have the point is I don't have the light in the right position. Let's see if I can put this here. Let's see. Turn this. No. Like that. I can show it to you. So I have too much light. But I think, and this is just the contrast on top of the green, on the yellow, sorry. Is a contrast green, okay, on top, and I think it's working. So if you just look for a tabletop, it's more than enough. So yeah, sometimes I'm using bold decisions on the colors and on the equipment, and I just put what I think it's fancy, especially on this type of methods that are more for a specialist game, because as I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, so I'm just doing that. So I'm going to apply here. Was thinking what to do, but I will apply as well. What I think is, yeah, definitely, if you want to apply, if you want to have a nice green, okay, this is a high recommendation. If you have this paint, war lining, contrast war lining, and you want to have a nice green, apply it on yellow. It works much better. It's incredible. Much better than on white. So now these ladies have quite a complicated trousers and boots because there is a lot of detail on the legs. Okay, because there are the trousers. On top of the trousers, there are the boots that arrive almost to the top of the leg, and then they have like leather straps all over the leg. So these are quite complicated design. So really, if you want to paint Necromunda, it's not the best game for beginners. Okay. So if we talk about Necromunda, I don't think it's the best game for beginners. Because the painting of the miniatures is not easy. A lot of them have quite layers and layers of detail. I think it's easier to paint, for example, Space Marines, Necrons. Okay, this type of, it's really, especially if you want to paint them nicely, they can be quite complicated. Okay, I think today, if you want, I don't know. I will say it's not a game for beginners, Necromunda, unless you are really into the background. But you have to practice first painting with other type of miniatures. Yeah, I'm thinking if I will. I think if you want to start in wargaming in Games Workshop, if you want to start on the futuristic one, I think I will recommend a Kill Team or 500 points on Warhammer 40,000 and use the easy rules to start. I think no, and I think this is why. Yeah, this was one of the big problems of the fantasy. Fantasy was not easy to scale down. Okay, and this was the problem to create new players. I have been very rough time with some Blood Bowl Elfheim Eagles doing 20, done 12. I have become master at build and repairing. You mean because they got damage? I don't have any elf team for Blood Bowl. I was thinking to have a wood elf team. To change the style because I realized all the teams I have. But no, I only had until now I only had the orcs and the humans. Okay, I had two teams of orcs, one my very first team and one team of humans. No, then I bought the one that I liked a lot. That was the Necromancer horrors. I like a lot the miniatures. And now we have the two new teams that is again orcs and the Imperial nobles. Can snap off a leg or arm which is too close to the face. Ah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, here is a pain. I have put. You should not assemble this part before painting the legs. But I will not snap it off. Know what you mean. Yeah, This is a problem for some of these ladies that sometimes the hair is in the way to the brush, and it's difficult to for the paint job. Yeah, I have done sometimes that to snap apart to be able to access easier, but I don't do this very often. What I'm doing now is sometimes I'm using glue tack when I don't want to glue something. But with the new miniatures of Games Workshop, it's very difficult to paint on sub-assemblies. Because especially the construction is so weird, especially with the push fit miniatures. The whole you have to build them is so complicated that, well, not complicated. I mean, the pieces alone means nothing, right? So until you put them together, you don't see really what is what. And this makes very difficult to paint in sub-assemblies, and then you have everything together, and sometimes the weapon or something is in the way where you want to paint, and this is quite annoying. I had this one with the Sisters of Battle that was painting before. Painting the legs with the cloth was quite complicated. Now here I have a problem. I will leave it dark. Also, those Blob Elfin Eagles, I had to pin them as they are standing on like etc. So yeah, you have to show it one day. No, I have not done that. I did not use the transfers to nominate them, but I think I will change that. I will start nominating them, especially when you play with people that are not used. Like my kids, I have to keep telling them what is what because they don't recognize the miniatures. So I think it's interesting. I think it's a good point to put the name, especially if you want to use them to teach the game. It's important that you put the position on the base. I was thinking to buy the markings for the basing. So to add something that you attach to the base, and then you can mark with colors the bases. Or maybe I will paint the bases in colors to differentiate them. But I think it's important to have something that it's easier than just recognizing the miniature, because it's not. Sometimes the miniature is not that easy, and I realize now on the new human team, the Imperial Nobles, or how they are called. It's not easy to differentiate the lineman from the bodyguard and so on. So they are quite close. You can differentiate very easily the thrower, I think it's, or the catcher. I think the thrower have the ball, but the other ones are not easy to distinguish. Okay, and on the all human team, yeah, the only way really to differentiate the blitzer is to look for the crest on the helmet. And if you are not used, it's not that evident. So I think I will start putting different some colors or something on the bases. Oh, so you will put the miniatures on the Malaga War Games Reto Pintura in the month of Jan. This will be interesting. I put there my banshees for the next month, but now this will change to Twitch, so I will need to wait until they are putting the video in YouTube because I don't go too much to Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is not my platform yet. I like YouTube, and I'm not changing at this moment. So I will pay attention then to see your team. Curious to see. You also, if you want, I have a. You can see I have a Facebook. If you have Facebook account, you can join the Facebook group and put them there. Okay, you have a Facebook group to share. So to share miniatures. So people can share miniatures with me, and I also share some pictures there with miniatures, the same that I put in the videos. But it was more to have a place where to share the paint jobs. So if you are interested, I will put later on the link in the description of the video, or you can go to any other video of my channel and you will find the link to the Facebook group. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking as tomorrow I have to wake up a little bit early because I have a game in the morning and I want to not to be late, and I want to yeah. I think I will start finalizing my life here. Okay. I will try to inform earlier in the future lives. The said, I like it when they were doing the hangout before, and now I need to get used to see how I can program live videos lives in the new system of YouTube. So I need to check how I can do that, because now I'm using just the Restream, and I need to see if there is any platform that allow me to program the videos. Okay, so I hope I can improve. This is one of my objective in the 2021 is to improve my live videos. Okay, but I hope you have enjoyed this one. Thanks a lot for the people that have joined the conversation, the people that have been here with me in the channel. I hope was not too boring. Okay, and please, if you join next time, don't hesitate to drop questions as Dave Dog was doing, because I really appreciate. I like more to have this conversation and to talk about different topics, and yeah, and to interact with you, because at the end, this is the objective of this video, of these lives. So, Dave, thanks a lot for commenting and sharing and having this conversation with me. I really appreciate that. Yes, no, it's the group is called. Let me just. I will do it one thing. Let's see if I can put the link here. Let's bring my Facebook. It's called Victor's Miniature Painting Workshop. But I will put you the link here. I hope you can see it. Okay, so this is a Facebook group. You will need to ask me for access, so I will give you access as soon as I see your application for access, and then there I would love to see your windows. It's a place for all of you to share European jobs with me and with other people, of course. It's not. But the purpose of this group was really to share miniatures, paint jobs, and to have conversations as well. So if you have questions or something, ideas that you would like me to see to put in the channel, you can also put it there or send me a message on here. Yeah. Good evening, Victor. Hi. Good evening, Essex. I was closing the live video. Sorry for that. But tomorrow I have to wake up a little bit early because I just have an appointment for a game, and I don't want to wake up. I need some nice sleeping. Sorry if I was. I was sorry. I was just finishing the live now. As I said, next week I will try to do another live on Saturday night. Yeah. Next week I will try to do a live more or less at the same time. Maybe it will be longer, but no, I need to leave. Okay, so so thanks a lot for joining. I really enjoyed this live. This time have been a lot of conversation with Dave, but I hope next time more people can join and we can have more conversation. So yeah, as usual, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for joining, and see you again later. Bye.